Alright, welcome back everybody. Thanks for joining me for some more science activities this week. And these activities are going to involve some slightly different ideas and some ideas we've been learning about the last few weeks. Some of the new ideas is sound and magnets and electricity. So I'm going to start with a very simple activity for everybody, and it involves just a few things. The first thing we're going to need, like any after-school activity that we've ever done, food coloring. And I'm actually going to use a bunch of different colors. So I have red, green, yellow, and blue, as many as you can get. We're going to use a bunch of water, that's why I have this filled all the way to the top, and some wine glasses. I say wine glasses and not any old glass because these often are made of crystal or very, very good high quality glass, and you're going to need them for the experiment. So you might have to ask a parent to use those. You just have to be careful because you definitely don't want to drop them like any glass. And for that reason, I think maybe we should recommend parent supervision. And just, maybe have some couple towels nearby in case you spill some water too. So what we're going to be doing actually is nothing too difficult at all. We're really just going to be wetting our finger and we're going to be making this glass sing. So that's the challenge, alright, is how do we get this glass to sing? Not me sing, one of these. And we're going to start with just one of them first. So I'm actually just going to put a little bit of water in the glass. Just so I can wet my finger actually, not for any other reason. So let me do that now. And here's how I'm going to make this thing. And I'm just going to grab a stir too when I need food coloring first. But here, there's just enough water to wet my finger. Alright? And I'm just going to slowly rotate my finger like this. Alright? And you got to do it at the right speed for it to work, right? Maybe some more water. Let's get some more water on my finger. Like this. Alright, do we hear that? So it's screeching a little bit. And then as I keep going, and you can hear it so much that it's actually causing these to rattle. So let me put these on the ground 1 second so we can hear just the glass. Alright, one more time. Pretty loud. So I'm going to show you the same idea, but we're going to fill it with a little bit of water. We're going to see if things change. I'm curious, do you guys think that, is anything going to change whatsoever? Do you think it's going to get louder? Do you think it's going to get quieter? Do you think the sound's going to sound different? Let's start off with just green for the first one. Alright, and stir it up a little bit. And same idea. You're going to wet your finger quite a bit and try it. That's real loud. Wow. Alright. So you might have to play the sounds back to back, and I'm going to do that now in a second. But when we filled the glass with water, it actually sounded quite a bit different. I think it sounded a little bit lower pitch. It was louder for sure, but a little bit lower pitch. And I'm going to show you what I mean. I'm going to fill 3 of these with different amounts of water. And these glasses are all identical as well. So let's fill this one up with just maybe a little bit. I'd say that one's in the middle, is about medium filled. And we're going to fill this one all the way to the top. Alright. Let's do a little bit more. And just put different colors of, food coloring in so you can see them differently. Let's do, I like red, so we're going to do the big one with red. And then, say, we'll do yellow. Yellow, orange. So I'm going to do it side by side, and we're going to, let me start off actually a little bit more myself. Let me just make sure you can see all the color well. There you go. And we're going to compare what we hear. And I'm going to try to do them the same. I'm going to try to spin my finger at the same speed as well. So let's start with this one. Alright, let's try this one. So those are pretty dramatic. I mean, between these two, I think there's a little bit of a difference, but between this one and this one, I could tell a big difference. So to tell you what's going on, which it may seem a bit like magic, is that as you run your finger around the edge of the glass, you wet your finger so that it's a lot less friction, so it's easier to create a circular motion. And as you do that, you're causing the glass itself to vibrate like this, very, very slowly. Not slowly, but very, very gently. And as you do that, what the glass vibrates at is it's natural frequency, which means it's on resonance. And what resonance means is that this is going to vibrate as much as it can so that it produces the loudest sound. And as you run your finger, you may think maybe if you run your finger faster, you're going to create a different frequency, and if you increase the speed, you increase the frequency. It's actually not the case. When you're running your finger like this, the only thing that you change, the faster or slower you move, is how louder or how softer you can hear the glass resonate. The frequency, which will determine the pitch, it'll be the different pitch that you hear from the sound, actually is completely determined from the construction, the geometry of the glass, and the weight of the glass. So that's why when we put different levels of water in, we're making the glasses heavier, right? And now that the glass is heavier, it's actually going to vibrate wider than, say, this one. So this one, it may vibrate really, really fast and small oscillations like that, but this one, it may vibrate wider, say, like that, longer. And that's what creates the lower pitch. That's why it sounds kind of ooh sound like this. Let's hear it one more time. Whereas this one's much higher pitched. So you can try by putting different amounts of water in. You can try it with different glasses, and what you'll notice is different shapes, different glasses are going to produce different sounds because the frequency, the pitch that you hear is going to be completely determined from the shape. So try it out. Alright, hey guys, so I actually had some extra Coke bottles, glass Coke bottles laying around, and I figured I'd show you guys the demonstration just in a slightly different way. These are 7 identical Coke bottles, and I filled them with water at incrementally larger heights, right? So this one's filled small, a little bit larger, and it keeps going all the way to filled just to the top. And instead of actually, spinning around the ring with our finger, if you strike the bottle, you can actually produce a pitch or a sound out of it. So what I'm using actually is just a few different things. First here is just a plastic straw. I have a wooden chopstick, this works well, and this is just a steak knife, a dinner knife, and please just ask for parents' permission with a knife, please, you don't want to hurt yourself. And yeah, we're just going to strike it kind of like a drum, and you have to do it kind of a little fast, and it sounds really cool. So let's do it first with the chopstick, alright? So check it out. Hear that? And as you can see, there's actually different sounds. I'm going to do it a few more times. So if you can hear, the pitch is getting higher and lower as you strike the bottles filled with different water levels, because that changes the mass and it changes the frequency it's going to resonate at. Now let's try with a few different things. Well, this is a straw. You can't really hear it. This is the thing with different materials work much better. The straw doesn't really, you can't hear nothing. But really cool with a knife. Check it out. Alright, very loud. Alright, so it's the same exact idea, just instead of causing it to resonate and to vibrate by using your finger in this motion, you're striking it with something to do the same thing.